Alright, so we got real world problems with squares and cubes. So if you look on page 50, it's got that, what do you call it, cube. It's got that 3D sculpture thing. There you go. That's some kind of art I can get on board with. We're relating art and math. There we go. So it says the volume is 1,700. I should probably make that nicer. Volume is 1,728 inches. Whoops, that's inches. Inches cubed. And the area is 144 inches squared. For the first equation is a positive and negative solution, but the lengths are always positive, and the only positive solution makes sense. Why does the negative solution not make sense? Why could I not say that the length of this is negative 12 inches? Yeah, distance cannot be negative. It can't. You can't have negative distance. Nope, it's still positive distance actually.
Oh yeah, we talked about this.
Yep. Do you remember me doing the thing where I said watching halfway to the door, when will it become negative? Yep. I always try to do that. My high school math teacher pulled that one with us, and I was like, what? Genius. I mean, he stole it from someone else, but still. So the length is 12 inches. Do we even need to, what use is this? Well, if you want to use your calculators, you can use your calculators to find the cube root. Is it 17? Cube root is 1728. Hey, look at that. It's still 12. You guys know how to find the cube root using your calculator? Okay, good. Yep. Just use the math button and then go down. Bottom of page 50. Theresa wants to put. There you go. Your mother.
Spelled wrong.
Mother Theresa. I told you that, right? My friend Kristen calls her mom Mother Theresa.
I'm just saying, the Theresa spelled wrong. That's Theresa.
It is, but it's really funny. It's super funny. I love it. Teresa wants to put a piece of carpet on the floor of her living room. Just one piece of carpet? Seriously?
Actually, my carpet happens to be one piece. It's pretty big.
Wow, you're funny. The floor is a square with an area of 182.25 square feet. So got an area of 182.25 feet squared. How long should the piece of carpet be on each side? Well, it's pretty easy. If it's a cube, if it's a square and we're trying to find the length of one of them, what do we have to do? What? Divide by what? If I told you that the area of this thing was 16 square feet, what would one of the sides be?
Wait, no, we have to do multiply and multiply to get the area.
So what number do you have to multiply times itself to get 16? 8 times 8 is not 16? 4. So that would be taking the what of 16? The square what? Square root of 16. So if we know the area is this, how do we find out what the length of one side is?
What times what is 182?
Yeah, what times what is 182.25? Do you guys know what that is off the top of your head?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, it's time for your handy dandy notebook. Oh, your handy dandy calculator. Did you see what I did there? Blues Clues.
Oh.
So I take my handy dandy calculator, I do 182.25. 13.5, look at that.
It has that in the book.
I know it has it in the book, I'm using it as an example.
Yeah, but then you don't need a calculator.
You don't need to talk during this class, it was optional, remember? Emma's taking up on the optional. Emma doesn't even know we're here. By the way, Emma, you can work on, I can take a book.
No, you gotta, it's a song, it's been out.
Oh.
Can I sing it?
Don't play the song.
Oh! That would have been the greatest thing for you to watch on YouTube tomorrow. So you can work on something else, or you can do this, but you cannot read a book because you still have late work.
I'm just gonna sing it.
Oh, you can leave that home.
All right, 51 on the top.
Why is this stuff
I'm not even gonna go through it. How do we do it?
I can't
It's
hear,
got a
this is
square
speaking.
field that has an area of 98.01 square meters. How do we find the length of the side of each
What
side?
times what equals that?
How do we do that? We find
Where's the length? No. The square root.
the square root of it. So type in that and then that into your calculator. Find the square root. The answer is 9.9.
I give up.
All right, page 20. No, sorry. Example 28. Bottom of page 51. A fully inflated beach ball contains 288
No, not pi.
pi
I don't have any pi.
inches of area. What is the, I should say, it is inches, what? If it's a three-dimensional object, it is,
says cube.
yes, inches cubed. Now, the question is, Mr. Bernal, why on earth did you put the equal sign? That's a great question. I don't have an answer for you on that.
Because you felt like this. It's more good.
There you go. So that is the volume. So then, what is the radius of the beach ball? Well, first of all, what's the formula for volume?
I don't remember. It's in the
Volume it is in the book, you're right. 4/3 pi r cubed. Now, if we set these two equal to each other, we have 288 pi equals 4/3 pi r cubed. Do we know what the radius of this is? Nope. That's the whole thing we're trying to find in the first place.
Why?
So I have to, what can I get off each side first?
I don't know why we bring this back.
Guys, it's fun.
No, it's not.
Colin, you got something to work on? Make it happen. How do I what can I get rid of that's on both sides? I can divide by it. And just get rid of it.
3?
The thing that you didn't want to deal with.
Everything?
Pi. So I multiply by 1/pi, or I just divide by pi, but it's got this thing over here, so I don't really want to deal with that. So I multiply by 1/pi. There's the 1 over there. Oh, look at that. Pi is gone. You don't get to eat it.
He is.
And now I have 4/3 r cubed equals 288. Oh, look at that. The pi is gone. Multiply by 3/4 on both sides to get the 3/4 off the radius side. Yep. 288 divided by 4, multiply that times 3, or I just take out my calculator and I do 288 times 3 divided by 4. 216. Anyone know what the cube root is of 216? Because I'm going to have to get the cube root of both sides here.
6.
Yeah, did you go back in your book?
Yep.
That's exactly what you should be doing. It is 6 what?
2 inches.
Inches, yep.
That was too much math.
You're fine.
I'm not fine.
You know how to do every single thing in this. The only thing is, you had to say, no, you didn't. Look, do you really mean to tell me that I explained this right here and you were like, oh man, I didn't know that you could divide by something.
For a second,
No, you did not.
okay.
Alright, you can pick. Do you want to do the one on
None.
the crystal? Do you want to do a globe or do you want to,
Watermelon.
the globe one has volume, the other one is a sphere.
No.
Oh, so they're both spheres.
Is
that spherical watermelon?
Watermelon?
Oh, it's volume, and then a spherical, so you want to do the watermelon?
You actually own those turtles and took those pictures?
Spherical watermelon has a volume of 562.5
Okay, okay.
pi
Hey, I was reading it.
cubic centimeters. Okay,
Why?
then you take the formula,
Then why'd you write
4/3
me over?
I didn't.
pi r cubed. You do the exact same thing. There's no difference. Do the exact same thing. Get them equal to each other, get rid of pi, go from there. You're good to go.